again, as always, we have Andy and Steve in the Steelers hat over there, and you might not be able to see it. The beautiful little kitten shirt. Aww, the crowd says. Aww. And then you have Ryan Cole over there looking all sexy with that one wire, looking like an FBI type guy, doing stuff.
Third man on the grassy knoll. There's a third man on the grassy knoll.
And then, of course, myself, Ryan Teeter over here, and we are about to kick things off.
Yes, we are. It has been another week. Hopefully everybody had a good week. I've had a weird ass week. I'm not gonna lie to everybody. It's been bizarre. The vortex of work is just kind of crazy right now. So things are going good though. Could always be worse. Could always be better. But hey, I didn't win the $1 billion. Did either of you win the $1 billion Mega Millions?
No. Negative, Ghost Rider.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. That it weren't missing each other. Like I wasn't waiting for a check.
If I did though, I might not be here today speaking with everybody. I might have other issues to attain to.
I mean, I might miss a week, but I'd come back with like the craziest studio you could ever imagine. There'd be like fish in tubes like behind me and this like random shit because I don't got to work.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be in this 650 square foot apartment. Okay. I'd be buying a house.
Yeah, your office would be 650 square feet.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Okay.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That's totally off topic, but like what would be the first thing you would buy?
Ooh.
Outside of
paying, for me?
Outside of paying off stuff. Yeah, outside of paying off stuff and Ryan, you a house. Like what would it be?
Mine's easy. Andy, you guys can go. House. Nonstop, like house all day for me.
Some sort of exotic animal, something that you can't get, that like you got to smuggle, like really, really work to get.
Okay, Joe, exotic.
That's where you go.
Oh,
you go straight for an exotic animal.
Oh yeah,
that's exactly where you go.
If I have that much money, I shouldn't say never, but it's gonna be really hard for me to go broke. Okay, so at some point I'm gonna get bored. So rather than the traditional, let me just buy the regular shit, I'm going right to the top. I'm going to buy the most ridiculous, like insane thing that I could buy. And I feel like that's an animal. I could have said a human, but I think that's a little weird. So
and illegal.
Well, if you got enough money, anything's legal. So I'm going the most strangest animal I could get my hands on. I don't know what that would be.
Is that like a octopus? Do people own octopus?
Yeah.
Octopi? Totally off top. Ryan, what are you buying?
Man, Andy threw me so far off on me trying to figure out what in the hell the most exotic animal possible that you could buy would be, like that. I'm like, is it endangered? Is it just like a crazy animal? Like what? Anyway, there's so many questions that come to mind. Mine, like apparently it'd be GameStop stock because, you could make another $1 billion right there just from screwing some hedge fund people over by getting a whole bunch of people together on Reddit that says, hey, let's the hedge funds got a short sale on this. Let's just screw them over and drive the damn price up, 5,000% over, 2 weeks and, lay it on them. So I guess it'd be that.
I think Dawn's onto something here. She said dinosaur eggs in the chat. And so here's just to like put the bow on this. I would create a lab. I'd build a lab, like a scientific, like Jurassic Park lab. And then I would do my best to create some weird hybrid animal, but then I'd have 2 wings. And then in the other wing, I would harvest scorpion venom because that shit is like $65 million an ounce or some nonsense.
Oh, it's not that much. It was $165,000 a gallon. And we were trying to figure out what it would be per ounce.
Yeah.
So maybe you should just buy Barbasol shaving cream because that's what he hid the dinosaur DNA in, that he lost at the end.
And additionally, I would have shoes made out of baby seals. I mean, I think that you have to have that because you have that much money.
Oh, so, I thought you just wear people's skin around, like you just buy. What about, would you, if you had that much money, would you buy some of the displays from the human bodies exhibit so you could have them around your house? You'd just be like, hey, there's this weird set of eyeballs looking at you.
I think that would be a great fun activity to do and like put them in your house and not tell anybody. And then you like take some mushrooms or some acid and just see what happens with a flashlight one, right?
That describes McLovin's comment perfectly. Andy's Jumanji Dino Park.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Listen, early investors, get in now, okay? Ground floor.
Well, I may not be able to afford anything I could possibly want, but something else that I also can't afford is a new PC. And I'm for everybody watching and listening, my computer is the one that everything's being ran off of. They call into me. I do all the producing and sending the stuff back out to Twitch, and it is. This is a very old PC. Was huge back in the day, but it's got some issues and some. I'm pushing it to the max and with the last bit of updates that we did. So looking for a new PC out there, trying to figure something out. Oh my God, like 2 things. Everything else is reasonable except for 2 things: a processor and a graphics card. And I mean, the graphics cards are absolutely damn ridiculous in price. Ryan bought a PC or built one, 4 or 5 months ago?
Yeah, probably pushing that.
Yeah, and he just recently went and repriced his out, and you said it was like $450 or $500 more to buy it today than it was to buy 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I'm lucky in the fact that I kind of did this, and I still think I did this not when just after when everybody started buying these parts, right? So I still think I got in late, but now it's just like, it's super late. It's like way too late. So even I might have overpaid just slightly for like some stuff, but I couldn't even imagine buying one now, which again, you guys are. So I'd like to hear your guys' experiences in trying to find one.
And some people in the chat are saying the same thing. Bitcoin's running the price of stuff up, mostly graphics cards, because that's how everybody mines Bitcoin, is with just a whole bunch of, they're called GPUs. And just buying massive amounts of them because it's up to $30,000 a coin. So it's crazy to be able to mine that and get that amount of money out of stuff. But it started like at the beginning of last year when, as COVID hit, everybody started working from home. So every single business started buying up every damn part you could possibly buy because nobody had enough equipment to send that many people home, and then cameras and microphones, and it was hard as hell just to buy enough stuff to put this on originally when we started this idea a couple months back. Now that stuff's actually easier to get than the hardcore parts. Andy, you've been trying to price one out and everything. How's that been going for you?
Yeah, it's challenging in the sense of just educating myself on what I need versus what I don't need, right? And trying to limit myself in it's only $10 more for the next one. Well, then when I'm at the next one, it's only $15 more from that one. So trying to have some limitations on spending, but it's definitely tough in what do I need? And there's so many things, and then running into I've done this and I can get most everything in like 3 to 5 days, but then how long is the other stuff going to take, right? Because my reason for going that route was I wanted a PlayStation 5, but they're just another piece of technology that's insane to get, right? And I've signed up for all these like alerts, and I go to nowinstock.com and like all this stuff to try to find it, but trying to go this route has been more than what I bargained for. And so at this point, I'm like, I have this really great thing that I think I've built, but I don't know when I'll actually get it. So
that was one of the things that I was running into because I had just bought all the parts for my PC, right? Super excited. But they're getting piecemealed to me. Just like, oh, hey, here's your case. Here's what it's going to look like without anything in it. Oh, great. Cool. Thanks. Oh, hey, here's your, some RAM for you. You can stick that in there. That's kind of cool. And I'm just like so over it. And then I had complications with the power supplier company, Corsair, and they sent me one and it got lost in transit. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Started talking, and it happens, right? Not super big deal. I got so frustrated. I just said, keep it, and went to Best Buy right away and bought an upgrade to the 750 watts. I was just like, I can't wait. I can't do this. Colin's in the chat right here, and Colin helped me set it up. I was so pumped. But I'm right there with you. How long is it going to take for you to actually get not just the parts, but all of the parts together?
Yeah, I mean, I even looked at, because I always build my own. It's a lot of fun, and it's just, it's cooler. But I looked at buying from a pre-built company. I'm not talking like Dell, but like a pre-built company that's got the parts that I want because Dell doesn't. And dude, every single one of them in the last 3 days has switched from, hey, we will ship within 5 to 6 days to 3 to 4 weeks to, if you buy this part, it is extended out for another 2 months maybe. It's just crazy. Like I've never seen it that far behind. But then again, China wasn't producing chips for a while, and everything else. Damn COVID.
Yeah, and it's nice to go to some of these websites to see, hey, I could just buy this bundle, but then most of them are all sold out because it's like I don't have to think about it. It's got all the stuff I need. I'm definitely not spending an arm and a leg, but then it's sold out, and I don't. So then I'm just sort of left with, okay, well, if I'm going to build the same thing with the same parts, what's the difference?
Yeah. Yep. If it's not going to be the same, it's not going to be a discount in price. Like, okay, well, just have somebody else build it, and then a lot of those companies that are pre-building it, can get parts way faster than the independent companies like Newegg that are just selling the parts. So anyway.
Well, and a lot of those people too, they'll do the wire management for you, right? So it'll look like professional. They'll send you a 100% complete box. All you got to do is plug it in and say, boop, there you go, and you're pretty much all set. But it was, I tell you, a blast. If anybody's looking to actually build your own PC, I had a lot of help. Don't get me wrong. I had no clue what I was doing. Shout out to Colin _TV. He's the real mastermind behind a lot of this, along with another friend of ours as well. But setting that up, I felt so good afterwards. So I would highly, highly recommend just build your own PC, YouTube it. If you have no clue what you're doing, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, and truthfully, it's not that hard. It's more about what you don't touch, how you ground yourself, and where do you put some paste if you're putting a CPU fan on cooler.
Wait. You got to ground yourself? Oh, yeah, I didn't do that.
Wait, it's you shimmy across the floor as many times as you can to build up some static, and then you touch the chip so that way it really seats itself in there. I mean, give it a good whacking.
Yeah. I did read some like YouTube videos or watch some, and they're like, ground, and all the people I talked to, I didn't do that. Was I a little bit worried about it? Yeah, I was.
Mine is like in Arizona, we're so damn dry, so like you get static so easy. So it's all you could do. You're already doing it anyway. It's you touch the damn case before you do anything else, right? So it's like ooh, whoop-de-doo. As long as it's that's a big piece. But anyway, all right, Ryan, I got a text message earlier today, and it was the most like ridiculous thing that you have sent me in a long time, and it involved you personally. So you go ahead and take it away, because instead of a rant this time, it's going to be some ridiculousness.
Oh God. So just a very, very quick backstory. I have a cat. This cat was a stray cat that I brought in. His name is Chips. We call him Chibi. He loves to get out. He loves to just sneak by you when you're bringing in groceries and just piss you off, and then you got to chase him. So anyways, we started getting over the fact that he likes to get out, and sometimes he gets out and we're like, he'll be back. He'll literally walk, once he finds you and he's ready to come in, he will walk with you all the way through the apartment complex, wherever you found him, all the way back without even saying, come on, or without even picking him up. So anyways, we're like, let's get this cat a leash. He loves to go outside. He loves to come back. And, maybe he'll enjoy walking on leashes. That was my experience today, and I will never do it again. First of all, when you think you're going to get a leash for your cat, you're not walking your cat. Your cat is walking you.
You're also not in the right mind.
That is also true. So anyways, let me just describe how this went. He actually took the collar and the chest mount pretty well. I was pretty impressed. He went outside. I was also pretty impressed. I didn't think he really truly understood what was going on because the leash was loose. As soon as this leash got any sort of tension on it, this cat was just like, oh, hell no. And just like, I'm gonna kill you, fool.
He's like, you're messing with my street cred, okay? I'm out here in the streets, and now everybody can see me. Like, you need to back yourself down.
It was just incredible. So we live on the third floor. We finally got him all the way to the bottom. And again, I'm just following him around because I don't want any tension on this leash. Any tension at all. He's going to look back at me, jump at my face, and claw the shit out of me. Which, at the end of the day, he did do that. I was like, dude, I'm tired of following you around. Where do cats go? They go underneath cars. They go underneath bushes. He went underneath a car. I'm like, dude, I'm not having this right now. I'm done. I'm done being walked by my own cat. And I picked him up, clawed me right underneath the chin, blood, not everywhere, but not dripping blood either, but just blood spot. Oh God!
You
It was the
started
worst
that with
experience
like
ever.
you slit your jugular.
Murder.
There was blood. It was
Murder.
dripping. Well, it wasn't dripping. Well, it was really kind of just in this area. It was kind of like a razor burn. And
Paper cut.
Yeah, it's like when you cut yourself with a razor, just like a little, boop, and you just go meep meep meep. Anyways, if you got cats, our next, don't walk them with a leash. That's a terrible idea. However, we got a better and improved idea. We're gonna get a backpack that has a window on it. And if you haven't seen one, Google it because they look amazing. So we're gonna give that a shot. Guaranteed, love it.
no, that cat's gonna fucking hate being put inside of that little ass thing.
The only reason I think he might enjoy it because I had stray cat. Got to make sure he's all checked up with the doctor and stuff like that. And what do you got to do? You got to get a cat box, right? Not just gonna bring in a cat like, hey, got a cat for you. And he just went right into that cat box. And every time I pull it out, he continues to go into that cat box. So could be a different story, but I agree. We're probably going to buy a $50 backpack and throw it away right away. They're probably like $80. I don't even know.
I mean,
I love
my
it.
wife was equally as crazy with our cat and tried to take it out. I had nothing to do with it because I said all along, this is a waste of money. That cat's never going to be on this leash. Sure enough, that cat never wanted to be on that leash.
Yeah. It was a funny and hilarious experience. If you follow me on Snapchat, go check out my story because it's on there. I was dying laughing. There were cars driving by that would see our cat on a leash and me holding it, and I was more or less embarrassed, to be honest. One, and two, I didn't really care because it was just the funniest experience I've had in a long time. So it was great.
That's fantastic.
Okay. Next up, we're going to introduce a new segment to everybody, and it is called Did You Know? I feel like I needed an audio clip there that I could have played, so that's coming. Did you know? All right. I see. I got a few here. First one's kind of funny because it's been promoted, which is hilarious to me on why you would promote this. All right. Did you know that American Eagle provides unmatched comfort and style? That said, it can't help you beat your friend in a video game. That's on you. It's so dumb. It was so
What?
dumb. Who
Of
pays to
course.
promote that? Like, why would you promote that? Anyway,
That's ridiculous.
the
That's
one
interesting.
the one that I was actually going to say is when the FBI went undercover to expose the McDonald's monopoly promotion scam that occurred between 1989 and 2001, they posed as a production company that interviewed supposed winners for a TV commercials. Guess what they named the production company?
I got you.
Ryan?
Guess what they named the production company?
Think McDonald's. So it's got to be something McDonald's related. I mean, it is the FBI.
It's
Okay.
got to be like some catchy phrase like "Did you win?" or something. I don't know. How did you win? Or
No, it's not that fun. It's Shamrock Productions because it's Shamrock Shake. But their byline was because you're just lucky.
So, did anybody watch that?
No, I haven't. And that was going to be my next question on if anybody actually knew of the video or the TV show that they did about it.
Never seen it, but I want to.
Yeah, me too.
now we all should watch it.
Yes.
And then report back next week.
Which, by the way, totally random. I loved that, and I would do anything to get those stupid pieces.
The McDonald's thing?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, is it around anymore? Like, I thought I saw it like 2 years ago.
I felt like they did it pretty recently. I agree with that, but not like within the past couple of years. I don't think. But I did see it pop up not too long ago.
Man, there's some random ass ones on here. Did you know that Russia still operates a 1G telecommunications network?
Doesn't surprise me.
What you also don't know, and it's not in this, is so does America. Because that's the default analog service that your phone will fall back onto in case of emergency. Because it travels the farthest.
Interesting.
Anyway.
I did not know that.
All right.
So if I get lost in the desert somewhere, that's what it's going to resort to?
Yes.
Nice.
Well, I mean, depends on how far into the desert you are. I mean, we're in the desert right here. I got 5G.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you're saying if I go into the desert, I'm going to have 5G?
No. I feel like we're running for political office now, to where I'm just saying general statements and you're taking them with a matter of fact and then posing them back at me, and I'm trying to dance around the wackiness that's happening.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta just say this really. You brought up the whole political thing, and I just saw this meme. Yeah, I don't even think it was a meme. It was just a short, quick video, and it was Donald Trump holding a little kid. And maybe you saw it. It was on social media, right?
I haven't
it's not
seen
like
this one yet.
I created this. Donald Trump is holding like a little kid. This kid is clearly old enough to talk, right? But he's little. And he's like, "Do you want to go to somebody else, or do you want to stay here with Donald Trump?" You know, like trying to say, like, the kid, "Hey, everybody wants Trump, right? Whatever." Okay. All political views aside, this little kid, literally being held over here, goes into the microphone and says, "Hello, motherfuckers." It was the least expected thing out of that whole video, and if you end up seeing it, you should, I hope you get a good couple of chuckles out of it. It was awesome.
I really hope you found $10 after that story, because you kind of climaxed that, and it wasn't that great. I thought you were going one way, and it's not how you were going, but kind of fell flat is what I'm trying to say.
Colin said Monopoly's back.
Oh,
I was about to Google it. Like, when was the last time Monopoly was around?
I mean, that would require me to start eating McDonald's again, which that goes back like 8, 9, 10 episodes, which, by the way, this is like episode like 19.
Good for us.
Wow.
Yeah, this is episode 19.
Wow.
Everybody. 19.
I'm actually pretty impressed.
I saw a TikTok the other day. This guy, there's like a secret McDonald's menu, and you can order this like extra large Big Mac, and it's got like 4 or 5 patties.
It's a Monster Mac.
Monster Mac, that's right.
It's 10 patties.
Blech.
10 patties.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh. It like they still tried to jam it into a normal Big Mac container, so it was like just like cracked all open because you can't fit it all in there. So it's pretty funny.
So number 1, we're gonna go watch that McDonald's thing. Number 2, we're gonna go get the Monster Mac and report back next week. Okay, ready to go.
I'll leave that up to you guys because I'm still on my diet.
Doesn't matter. Have to do it.
Eat it live on our next one.
Oh, man, I would kill you guys.
What's that thing where people like go in front of their mics and they're like
ASMR?
Yeah. ASMR.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Oh
God. So funny.
It's so
anyways, this has gone so off the edge of the boat here.
What were we talking about before we jump back to McDonald's?
We didn't even end our segment
memes.
of Did You Know?
Memes. Funniest crap ever that's happened between last week and this week. All the memes with Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders was at the inauguration wearing, straight normal clothes. The best meme I saw was, Bernie Sanders looked like the inauguration was on his to-do list, but it wasn't his to-do list because everybody else was dressed to the nines. He's like, I'm just my normal clothes here, trying to stay warm. Can we wrap this charade up so I can leave? Yeah, he had mittens on and everything else. It was pretty funny. I was getting a good chuckle out of it.
He's getting photoshopped on everything. I saw him getting photoshopped on the back of like a wakeboarding boat, just like chilling, watching people surf on the back. Just like, what's up, guys?
I saw one where somebody had taken a UFC fight and they cut the other fighter out of it, and it's just Bernie Sanders got this guy in an arm bar on the ground. It was hilarious. Yeah.
McLovin over here. McDonald's AMSR.
Oh.
You got to combine the two.
Oh, this sausage egg McMuffin is very moist. It's very moist and very cheesy, surprisingly.
Hey, listen, all joking aside, the McGriddle sandwich is the bomb.
Oh, I don't care. Like, I know, again, back to one of the previous episodes, that you're going to your guts out within 30 minutes of eating that. And my father last week told me that, hey, it took him a little longer than that, but yes, it still happened. So have third-party verification. I don't care. Like, that's the one that I would still eat, and that's I don't like really crave anything right now, even on this diet. Like, but I would eat that. I would smash that.
I think those are just a little too much for me. I stick with the McMuffins.
You're basic EWB.
You can taste the bread, it's got good crisp to it. Other than that, you're just eating a soggy piece of bread. That's really all you're eating.
You're eating a pancake. That's what you're eating. It's not a piece of bread at all.
Infused with syrup.
Yeah. Have you ever first off, everybody needs to know. Ryan's food barely hits the plate before it's gone. Okay, Ryan and his side of the family are like vacuum cleaners. Like I'm like, I just sat down. How are you all finished? Like, what? I'm a decent eater as well, but like, you guys are on your third helping. I just sat down. What happened? And why is half of the fork missing? Were you really that hungry? You
ever seen that one episode of SpongeBob and Patrick on SpongeBob, and he gets this big vacuum cleaner mouth out and just sucks up a whole plate of cookies? That's borderline where we're headed.
Yeah, that's Ryan and his father. They both have a problem with eating extremely fast. Anyway, so my point was, if you ever actually do pancakes and syrup at your house and put syrup on the pancakes, and you take some time to eat said pancakes, they will actually absorb all of it exactly like the McGriddle.
Syrup doesn't even get off my pancake.
Oh my gosh. McHeather Grinda in the chat just said the best thing ever. You're a BBT. Basic bitch teeter.
Basic bitch teeter.
Yes.
Maybe we should put that underneath my name here for this Twitch thing. Ryan Teeter, basic bitch teeter.
That'd be pretty funny, actually. But is that even possible? I don't know. Okay, let's move on to the last comment. It is. It let me change it on the fly. That's funny.
Oh my God! No way!
Oh man!
Ryan Teeter, basic bitch.
There it is.
Oops.
Oh my gosh! Too good.
Right. Sorry, trying to change it back there for audio listeners. Just changed his
teat time.
Yeah, teat time. Teat time.
Oh,
it's been a day. It's been a day. All right. Final topic here. Don't know if you've heard. Recreational marijuana has been legalized in Arizona, and there have been lines around the block. But what you may not know is that the drug dealers have been legal for years, and they've been using kids to peddle those. Okay?
Bitches.
Yes. Those drug dealers are called Girl Scouts, and they've been peddling these cookies, and I'm using air quotes, cookies, and they are a dealer because there is something in them that makes you want to snort it, eat it, bathe in it, crumble it, put it all over your face, like roll around in your bed crumbs because you were eating them all night long, and you don't even mind that there's crumbs in the bed. Like crack dealers, that's what I call them. Yeah. Crack dealers. Yeah. Like, do you agree, Ryan? Okay. Second, favorite Girl Scout cookie. Like, if you're gonna go buy a box, this is the first box that you're gonna buy.
I'm going to sidetrack this over to Andy. Andy's the one who brought this whole freaking conversation up. Andy, you lead us off with what the hell you were doing with these drugs. Okay. That is inappropriate.
These little assholes have now gone techie, and now you can get them delivered, right? So you just go online. Now, I have a neighbor that lives 2 houses down, and her daughter is in the Girl Scouts. And so she posted in our HOA group on Facebook, and I'm like, of course I'm going to, like, what's wrong with me if I don't instantly buy these cookies right now? So I go on there, I tell my wife, and she's like, yeah, let's, so first off, Thin Mints, right? So to answer the other part, Thin Mints must have, that's like, you have to eat turkey on Thanksgiving, you have to have Thin Mints for Girl Scout cookies, right? Second, I went on there, and because you have the ability now to not lie to these poor children's face outside of the grocery store and say, I'm sorry, sweetheart, I don't have any money, even though you've got like $73 in ones in your wallet, that you can't buy Girl Scout cookies. So now I'm free to order what I want. And it's like, I don't know, 11:30 at night, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, of course I want to buy $60 worth of Girl Scout cookies because there's no limits. So I didn't, but I ended up spending $30 anyways. And I got some Girl Scout or Thin Mints, and then they sell s'mores. And I think it's highway robbery that these little assholes charge me more money for s'mores cookies. It's $1 more. What's why? I don't know why it's $1 more. But anyways,
because it's in a plastic wrapper rather than a cardboard wrapper, apparently.
Stupid. So I got Thin Mints and I got some s'mores, and I think we did the peanut butter ones too, just for decoration.
Man,
We were also. Go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
Me and Andy like talked about this like 2 years ago of why wasn't Uber getting on board with Girl Scout cookies in order to bring you Girl Scout cookies whenever the hell you wanted Girl Scout cookies. And we even talked about do we go buy like $10,000 worth of Girl Scout cookies and wait until the off season and then sell these some motherfuckers on Uber Eats for whatever the hell we want to, and everybody would pay whatever price. Oh, $25 for a box? I need my fix. Sure as hell, I'll do it.
It's ridiculous. And I think it was either Postmates or maybe DoorDash was doing free delivery for Girl Scout cookies. And they had this link and all this stuff. Like it's just this mafia circuit that they've got going on. And I'm hooked. So yes, it's absolutely drugs. And I love it.
Ryan.
Yeah, so Corey was actually she's a teacher, right? So one of her kids is selling them. So we went online. We're like, yeah, sure, we'll get some. We texted my parents. I think she texted, she might have texted Katie, Ryan, but I don't think so because we knew you guys were on your diet. But anyways, we texted some family members. We're like, hey, you guys want some cookies? Obviously, duh.
Yes.
But so Corey is getting the s'mores, I think one, definitely the Thin Mints, right? And we go to the one that I want, and I'm like, lemon drops or whatever, the lemon thins. Those are the best ones in my opinion. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody disagrees with me, which is fine. That's why I'm a basic bitch, because I like the lemon ones. Anyways, they add $9 for shipping just those. Everything else is just like, hey, free shipping on these. They add $9 for two of them, for 2 boxes if you wanted to buy them. One was the lemon ones, and then there was another one too that I can't remember.
So you don't have these yet?
No.
Okay. Do you want to know that the cookie you think you're getting is not the cookie that you're actually getting? Because the lemon drop cookies that I think you're thinking of no longer exist.
Lemon Ups.
Yeah, Lemon Ups.
Okay. Because there was one that used to be called Lemon Drop, and that one's not available anymore.
I'm just thinking of the Lemon Ups, sorry.
Did you know that there are 49 discontinued types of Girl Scout cookies?
Oh.
No way.
Yes.
Where the heck did you get that information?
Wikipedia, thank you very much. And I was looking it up while you guys were going. And the Savannahs were the ones that I'm always pissed that they discontinued because those were the peanut butter sandwich ones. Motherfuckers. Like if you're gonna be my drug dealer, you need to be my drug dealer. Don't tell me you can get me whatever I want. Not sorry, that's not available anymore.
Now they have these toffee-tastic gluten-free. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, come on.
Gluten-free.
This is like the people. I don't know why I'm hating or bashing on McDonald's so much here, but these people are those are the same people that go into like McDonald's or a drive-through and they're like, yeah, I'd like a triple bacon cheeseburger with extra mayo on that. Fries, extra supersize that fry. Actually give me 2 triple salt on that with a side of salt and a Diet Coke because I'm watching my figure. A Diet Coke. It's like the effing Coke is not making you fat. I'm sorry. Like,
excuse me, sir. Would you like to supersize that?
No, not really. Well, it's only 25 cents more. Damn it, you got me. Damn, I just got hungry. Girl Scout cookies,
McDonald's,
freaking McGriddles. I'm really craving a cheeseburger right now. I don't even have to have the
And
bun.
you just said you haven't really been craving.
I know.
Much. We just ruined
Cheeseburger
you.
I have, and I'm actually allowed to have a cheeseburger, just not because it's the keto diet. So anyway. All right, guys. Appreciate everything. This week's been crazy. We're gonna come up with some good topics. Crank them out, knock them out, slap them out. You guys like lobsters? I like
Well,
lobsters.
and if you have any topics, email whatever it is,
slightly average guys at gmail.com.
at gmail.com. Start emailing. We want to hear from you, and we want to, we want to hear from you. That's it. Shoot us over some topics. I'm just spitballing right now. You can tell.
Yes, because you're repeating like me. Like that's what happens
I
when
know.
I talk myself into
Conversation, and I don't know where it goes.
Hey, they all say like, follow, and share. Okay,
Oh.
like, guys, follow, and share. Share to your friends. Share to your community.
And I want to ask everybody that's watching and listening right now, okay? Do me a favor, okay? I'm only going to ask you to do it in 2 places. Yes. Okay? It's 3 total places, but 2, right? It makes no sense, whether you're an Android or an Apple person, okay? So here's what I want you to do. Please go to whether you're on iTunes and there's your podcast, it's called Catcher, podcast app, or you're on Android, go to the Google podcast app. Please review the podcast for us. Okay. All right. If you listen to it on Spotify, go listen to it, review it there. If you happen to have both, that's what I'm saying. Go review it on both. Give it the same review in both places because it helps us in 2 different ways. That would greatly, greatly help us. So that way we start to get exposed to even more people and continue to grow the audience and everybody can enjoy the shenanigans that we do.
Colin, we actually talked about that GameStop stock in the pre-show.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Maybe we can add it in next week.
Well, technically, we just talked about it, so
Yes.
I think we checked that
Oh,
box.
yeah. Technically we did. So, all right, everybody. Appreciate you joining us and we will see you next week.